Hi, my name is Thien Luu-Nguyen. I'm here representing 10th Planet Pasadena. Someone decided to pull out of the fight.
problem.
I'm here to clap some cheeks and have some fun, baby. Let's go.
My name is Jason Alvarado. I'm fighting out of Oxnard, California. I'm a brown belt under Professor Eric Medina. We're under the LA Jiu-Jitsu Club. I was getting ready for a tournament before this one. I got called out and took it, so I'm ready to go now.
Okay, we're back in the live. Okay, we're in it. Okay, copy. Let's start it up.
All right, Thien Luu up against Jay Alvarado. It's going to be our first match of the day, not welterweights. This is a special match at 155 pounds to get us kicked off here.
Yep, and we will be starting the welterweight pros division in just the next match.
We got Thien Luu on the left here up against Jay Alvarado in the red shorts. Same rule set as always.
And immediately going after this leg lock.
And got in nice and deep right off the bat.
Yep, and with that reverse mount leg position too. Not the best control over leg, but you can absolutely submit, especially with this inside heel hook.
Yeah, it's not quite the honey hole, but it's still a tight bite on that leg. And if Lou's not careful.
Yeah, now the legs have dropped down from that reverse mount into just the two legs around both legs. And, yep, able to escape. That's the one of the problems with having both legs like that. A little bit more space, but nicely defended from Luu. Going for double unders in butterfly now. Looking to elevate. Trying to enter in on the legs himself. Gets out to a calf crusher. Gets around the... Oh, lets it go, though.
Uses it to get back on top here. Kind of scrambly right off the bat.
Yeah,
Change of
nice.
position twice already.
One hook in. Can't see that. Yeah, good grip fighting. Both hooks in now.
Yeah, Lou really going after that neck here. Alvarado's going to want to be careful not to get neck cranked here as well.
Oh, and the body triangle.
This is all bad here for Alvarado. That's a tight grip around the neck.
Yep, and it looks like...
He tucked his chin, though.
I think he's got the arms... Nope.
Yeah, he bought himself some time by tucking that chin and was able to fight the hands.
Very nice. Yep, and he is on the bad side for the body triangle. It's the side that the person on the back does not want
Right.
their opponent to put them in.
Puts a lot of pressure on your ankle.
It can. Don't really see too many taps from that these
Not anymore.
days.
Yeah, not anymore.
Back in the day, that was the default defense. But
That's right.
It's
It just really immobilizes the guy on the back.
yeah.
When your feet are trapped on the bottom like that, there's not a lot you can do.
Yeah, it's not ideal for the attacker, but most people their legs are going to be fine. Won't succumb to that kind of. It really turns into a heel hook
Right.
for the attacker. And here's still grip fighting, looking for the back, or looking for that rear naked choke. Keeps locking it up. It's going across the face. Still very finishable.
Yeah, Lou really going after it here, trying to get that finish. Plenty of time in regulation.
Yep, and all of these matches today are going to be 8-minute, no time or no points. And if it goes the full distance, no submission, then it will go into EBI overtime, 2-minute overtime rounds.
3-round maximum. You got it.
Lou still hand fighting. They're now in this belly down turtle position. Just gotta watch out about being completely flattened if you're on the bottom.
That's a tough place to be when you get pancaked like that, where the guy has the body triangle and he puts his hips in, puts a lot of pressure on your lower back. Very hard to build a base and get back up to your knees.
Yeah, Alvarado. Normally with two hooks, you'd be trying to find the center with
Right.
one leg, but with the body triangle, it really changes the landscape of what we're looking for. Probably either needs to twist, if he can, within that loop of the system, or if he can backstep around and get both legs between his legs and then just start to fight it like a normal two-hook back control. But it is rough when you're belly down like this.
Yeah, and if I'm Alvarado, I'm going to go to my back and then escape. First work on getting rid of that body triangle. and then work on getting your shoulder square to the mat and get out of that choke.
And there we go. Here's another attempt at this rear naked.
That
The hand looks pretty deep. I can't see. The left hand is definitely deep. The right hand,
It's a little shallow in
Yeah.
the bicep. Yeah.
does not quite have that biceps. Good hand fighting, though.
Yeah, hats off to Alvarado for staying alive in a tough position. Been stuck in here for a few minutes now.
And because of the way that this tournament works, or the way this competition works, is that if he ends up staying safe for the entire 8 minutes, then all is for naught as far as there's no real advantage for the top guy other than maybe tiring out the defender.
Yeah, hoping you break his will a little bit or tire him out.
But on the flip side, too, the attacker could, if they're overzealous and don't get the finish, they could use a lot of their energy, and that could affect them in the EBI overtime.
Absolutely. Especially if you're squeezing on a rear naked choke that's not there. You burn your own arms out.
Yeah, and you can see a little bit of frustration just looking at the ref.
Alvarado's
What do you want
strategy
me to
could,
do?
yeah, the Alvarado's strategy might be just to get to the OT round. Some guys do that. They compete to not to win in regulation, but to get to OT.
Yep. And I mean, it's not the most exciting strategy for the spectators, but sometimes, especially if you're coming in on short notice or have an injury or something like that, it can be the strategic way to play it.
Yeah, like if you're the type of guy who might not be a great guard passer, but is really good once you get to the back, you may just want to get to that overtime round and start on the guy's back, knowing you're going to get the finish. Here he is again on a deep rear naked attempt. He's just trying to choke the face at this point, I think, trying to get Alvarado to lift his chin.
Alvarado has some pretty good hand fighting so far, though, so it'd be interesting to see if the finish comes from here.
Coming up on 2 minutes left in regulation.
Now looking for.
You think he
Looks
might?
like he's going for Nelson, maybe going for the cross body ride. Step out and maybe look for a twister.
Yeah.
Something from there. Does get out to the side. Separates the legs. Okay. Finds himself in the bottom of mount.
Not much better, but a little bit better than having someone on your back.
Yeah, especially with that full body triangle, but not a lot of time to work. So be curious to see if anything comes of this or if this is just where we're going to ride out the clock.
Yeah, he may just stay on bottom, would protect his neck and wait for overtime. He is framing on the hips, though, and he was trying to push into half guard initially, but now he just seems to be content with not getting submitted.
Well, I'm sure now with the clock running down, that's got to be the strategy. Because not only do you have to escape, but you would also have to get out and submit. So not a ton of time for that at this point.
Might just be saving his energy, too, anticipating the full 3 rounds of overtime.
Little face
Trying
covering.
to stifle the breathing, little showmanship here from Lou.
And I like the way Lou's getting up under the armpits there, really separating the elbows from the lower body, or taking away that ability to pull the elbows in towards the ribs.
Yeah, and then he's trying to crank that right elbow of Alvarado up. He's going to have to hurry if he wants to throw up an arm lock or a head and arm choke. Alvarado bucks to that side and pulls his arm back into safety.
So interesting to see. Mount used to be something that was just in no-gi. It was nearly like a bad thing before, but now with the recent advancements, with the especially with like the Danaher system popularizing it,
Underjacking that elbow up and getting it away from your opponent's body.
Now it's become a place that you see a lot more frequently in no-gi, and it's a great attacking position. Just was very unpopular prior, a few years prior.
No, it's an interesting point because people stopped trying to even really pass and get to the mount. They would just fall back on legs, and now guys are going back to more old school, trying to get to the mount, dominant position.
But until Gordon Ryan started really
revolutionizing that.
You'd see very few people use the no-gi mount. Maybe somebody, you'd have the one-offs like Jordan Hawley or something like that, where it had like a great no-gi mount.
Right.
But it was just not very common. It was nearly looked at as a bad position to be in, because if your opponent escapes, especially if that kipping escape, puts you right in danger of the legs.
Yep.
And here we start our first round of overtime. Oh, wow. Very quick escape.
Lou not wasting any time. Probably 3 seconds to get out of back control from Alvarado. Now it's his turn, where he just spent about 5 minutes in regulation.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Lou is able to lock up this body triangle again. Oh, not able to do it this time. A very quick escape.
Yeah, Alvarado having none of it this time. Almost as quick as Lou got out. Might be a ride time war here to determine the victor.
I'm very curious to see who is the fresher out of the two. Alvarado defending the whole time, but Lou was attacking. On the back, yep, separates the legs, gets out into mount, but
Still got the arm across the hip though, and now he's out. For those watching on the live stream who aren't familiar with the rule set, even though you have back control, if you end up in the mount but your opponent's arm is across your center line, it still counts as control. Once the opponent's arm crosses your center line back to the other side, then he's effectively escaped.
Here we go. And Alvarado really trying his best to not let that other hook come in. But the rear naked choke is sunk in the escape attempt.
He's got only one hook, but he's got a deep choke in. But he's doing some hand fighting.
Yep. But now he's locked up the body triangle. And this should at least guarantee that he's going to get some good ride time here.
Right. It's a 2-minute maximum.
And with how quick the other escapes were, this could be the beginning of the end.
Yeah, if he can ride the full 2 minutes, which if regulation taught us anything, he will be able to. It's going to be very difficult for Alvarado to match that ride time, or he'll have to get a finish.
But Alvarado, this, as you were saying, this might have been his strategy. Maybe was not using a lot of energy, saving it up for the overtime. So we might see a different escape strategy here with more intensity, more sense of urgency.
He's got to, okay, the body triangle's off.
Yep, the legs are separated. Alvarado trying to get out, but good upper body control from Lou.
Does a nice job of getting both hooks back in. Back in.
Man, yeah, even without the hooks, and there finally slides out.
There we go. So Alvarado really stepping on the gas pedal and trying to get out. But, that was 1 minute and 20 seconds of ride time. So he's going to have to
for sure the most significant.
Yeah, he's going to have to beat that, match or beat it, because they both escaped pretty much in the same amount of time in the first round.
Yeah, Lou's escapes look really good, honestly.
Yeah, he looks like he's very difficult to control in this position.
Oh, man.
Already has one hook beat.
Yep. Good angles on this.
Both hooks back in.
He's out of the legs, and that's it.
Lou's going to win by ride time. Blows a little kiss to the crowd.
He's a showman.
Oh, okay, never mind. We have one more.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought that was the third. But.
Lou immediately back to the mat and gets out.
So it's going to be Lou by ride time. Oh, little trash talk here.
Yep.
Settle it in the cage. That's what men do, right?
I think Lou trying to promote himself with a little bit of showmanship here, but Alvarado maybe taking a little personal. And here you get a replay. This is the escape. This is a quick escape from Alvarado.
Really trying his best to not let that other hook fly.
This was a close match, honestly. It's Lou was doing most of the attacking, of course, in regulation, but the escapes, it just came down to ride time at the end. It was not. It's not like somebody dominated the other one clearly.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I guess the frustration